The Case of the Fountain by Naroda Blessingola. Commemorate the centennial of genuinely outstanding, and for the most part engaging conversations in the development of current craftsmanship. The Philadelphia Museum of Art is presenting a study of Marcel Duchamp's incredible ready-made fountain. The fountain scandal spins around Marcel Duchamp's renowned show of a porcelain urinal at an unjuried presentation coordinated by the Society of Independent Artists in New York in the spring of 1917, with the assistance of a couple of companions. This piece, which is called The Fountain and marked R. Mutt and bought from a line contraption shop, was dismissed by a vote of the facilitators, touching off an incensed debate. As you see right here, it's signed R. Mutt 1917. The presentation at the museum investigates Duchamp's arranging of this contention, just as the extreme thoughts that this crucial scene started throughout the entire existence of forefront craftsmanship. The display is held in Gallery 182, which has housed a large number of Duchamp's worshipped showstoppers since 1954. It tells the story of a fountain and the colorful characters that surrounded it. From the renowned photographer Alfred Stieglitz and gatherer Walter Arnsberg to essayist and craftswoman Beatrice Wood. The exhibition includes period photographs, appropriations, and a variety of ready-mades from the museum's vast collection. It looks at ready-mades, which are items that the artist selected, signed, and scratched with enigmatic expressions. Duchamp found them to be his most important achievement. In late 1916, a group of people, including Duchamp, formed the Society of Independence. The gathering planned a massive presentation for the following April in gatherings at the specialists Louise and Walter Arnsberg's apartment suite and elsewhere. It was reasoned that no jury could assess the amount of money invested in the show by experts. Duchamp received his urinal from the New York display territories of J. L. Mott Iron Works. Prior to sending it to the exhibition, he signed and dated R. Mutt 1917. After the dismissal of the Independence, Duchamp, as Arnsberg, left the dispute. A few days later, Duchamp sent Fountain to Stieglitz, who photoshopped it for The Blind Man, a vanguard delivery circled by Duchamp and his associates. It makes no difference whether Mr. Mutt built the wellspring himself or not. It was his decision. He took a common thing, renamed it, repositioned it, so that its usefulness vanished under the new title and point of view. He concocted a radical thought for that thing. The museum's exhibit has a circulation expansion. Visitors can turn the pages. Duchamp recognized straight away that the ready-made posed a serious threat to existing ways of thinking about the value of firsts and duplicates of paintings. With the passage of time, he has become more concerned with imitating others. Duchamp's ready-made form continues to perplex 100 years after its inception. When he tested the concepts of invention and posed concerns that only grown in importance over time. His earlier works were in the tradition of post-impressionism. During 1911, his sculpture began to lean more towards cubism. Dadaism was his style of art, based on deliberate stillness and the negation of traditional artistic virtues. He often used surrealist and cubist techniques, creating symbolism through unnatural juxtapositions and analytic architecture in the form of separating his stories. His jaw was consistently funny and had no limits. Surrounded by swift nudes, the king and queen seemed to be a form of dynamic craftsmanship with movement. The short nudes were as if created The short nudes were as if creative mind journeys. Duchamp eventually moved away from Cubism and into conceptual craftsmanship as he continued to work on various artistic works. His job, The Pass from the Virgin to Bride, completely breaks away from the Cubist roots and adopts a new analytical framework.